Beattie, Executive Director, Asset Activation, School Infrastructure New South Wales within the Department of Education. Thank you for joining us today at the NSC Insights We're Doing.
Thank you, Martin, and thank you all for having me here today, and I hope to see you very, very shortly.
Thanks, Claire. So you're talking on one of our big issues, Stream 7, the benefits of sport to school, children and their communities. And we know sport on the agenda sounds really simple, but can actually be quite complex. And in the last few years, New South Wales Education Department has been committed to opening up schools to allow the community to have access to them. What does that really mean?
Well, Martin, what it means is that schools are at the heart of community. Of course they are, and schools are at the centre of every community. And schools have fantastic things in the state of New South Wales. Holler at me, all you Corys out there. We have wonderful basketball courts, tennis courts, ovals, green space. So what it means is of our 2,200 assets around the state, why wouldn't they be open as an equity position piece to that community? We know that it de-risks it through having more eyeballs on the asset, less chance of trespass, less chance of people not caring about it and then graffitiing it because it is their space to play. So through Share Our Space since 2017, we have been opening up schools across the state of New South Wales, and that includes all schools. So schools that are based on schools for a special purpose for all ability, so that everyone has a place to play. So we want everyone to know that their local school knows, values and cares for them outside of ours. In COVID, it became particularly important because we didn't want people congregating at the same place when they went outside. So we kept schools open to ensure that people had free outdoor spaces to go and play. And that word free, it should be equitable. You should be able to play a game of basketball with your friends at your local school. It shouldn't cost you anything, and it doesn't during Share Our Space.
Oh, that sounds brilliant. This is obviously a change of policy that has evolved over the last few years, and it sounds as though it'll really make a generational difference to the kids. Have you been monitoring the impact so far?
Absolutely. And the one thing, because I'm a data nerd, that I'm always interested in is I think a lot of people were worried that letting people into a school would mean that it would risk the asset. We know it de-risks. You're not trespassing if you're allowed there. We had a lot of wonderful principal colleagues who wanted their kids to have somewhere to play, so the police weren't called when they jumped over that fence. So we open that school, we maintain that school, we clean that school, we open the school gate with a security guard, but also the data is really interesting in terms of, I spoke of schools for a special purpose before. Currumbie, for example, which is a school for special purpose in Western Sydney, a lot of our kids were returning to school with vitamin D deficiencies because their parents were keeping them inside. They need a fence within a fence sometimes to play safely. If you need that, then your school has that. Also at the school is the equipment for the child to do their physiotherapy needs so they don't go backwards. So they're not suffering from vitamin D because they've got sunshine. They're not going backwards in their physiotherapy needs because they've got that equipment there at the school. But additionally to that, we also put on free all ability sports around the state. Not every child has access to a free sporting camp. And that's not fair. We want our kids to be happy and healthy. These school holidays alone, we had thousands of kids fed, because breakfast clubs stop when school stops, but we also had them engaged in sports or wellbeing. We do laughing yoga for the parents of the children with different abilities during that time, so the parents also get a mental health break. So the data shows we're de-risking the asset. The data shows we are increasing happiness, well-being, and also belonging for that community. The school belongs to the community and the community belongs to that school. As I said, during COVID, it was a chance to get together and have that well-being contact with people safely in the outdoors.
Well, that sounds absolutely brilliant. And I know when you join us at the NSC in Melbourne on Thursday, 27th of July, you're going to share some more insights. Claire Beattie, thank you for sharing a very quick snapshot of everything you're doing.
Thank you so much, Martin. I can't wait to see you all there.